In some ways, my life today is a lot different than the humble upbringing on the farm.
Oh, it's Cam.
But the truth is, development and investment, well, they're a lot more like farming than people really think.
That's a good boy.
PEG is built on homegrown values like simple, hard work, creativity, and integrity. On a farm, you just don't have a lot of money. I remember as a young kid, we just had to get out there and work.
We don't just give up on something because it's hard.
As a farmer, you learn pretty quickly that even though you can't control Mother Nature or changes in the market, you can always stay ahead of those cycles and be prepared with alternatives for every scenario. And that's what it takes to make it in development and investment. If the market does shift or if something happens politically in the environment, we have some alternate plans to be able to produce an investment. Integrity. A handshake is worth what somebody says. If we say we're going to do something, we're going to do it. Those values are vital today and as we continue to grow in the future.
There are really interesting things that are happening in Utah as a result of foundational principles, and it's the perfect metaphor for what has happened at PEG.
PEG has stuck here in Utah because of the family values, the culture that we have, the highly educated workforce, and that entrepreneurial spirit that really exists.
Take a drive down I-15. You've got Goldman Sachs, you've got Adobe, you've got Qualtrics, Vivint. They're all flocking here.
As outside capital and injections from outside talent have come to the state, you've really seen things take off.
And that's the same with us at PEG.
It's no longer just this small little group of individuals putting their head down and working. We've become a sophisticated investment and development firm.
Lots of new faces, new partners that we're working with. Traditionally, our investor base has been the Intermountain West, maybe Utah, Idaho. Now we've got California, we've got Ohio, Texas, the Middle East, Switzerland. The types of investors that we're seeing, it's just tremendous.
In between 2003 and 2012, we did $268 million in development/acquisitions, largely just development. 2013 to 2018, we did about $730 million. From 2019 to 2020, we will do $870 million between those 2 years.
Our purpose here at PEG over the next few years is to be known as the best investment firm of this part of the world. There's a point where you have to get more sophisticated. You have to come up with different processes. And those processes become growing pains as you try to figure out how to implement the more sophisticated operations and the policies and procedures. Now, is this a monumental responsibility we're taking on? Sure. Do we have the skills, experience, and relationships necessary to make it happen? Absolutely.
I think if you have a group of people that is, hardworking, smart, good principles, and is also open-minded to embracing best practices, really good things can happen. I think it's pretty apparent to anybody that works with PEG is it's not an ego-driven management team.
The secret sauce to PEG going to the next level is the combination of the qualities and the work ethic and transparency, all of those core values that PEG was born with, combined with the talent that we have, the new resources with investors, and the relationships that we've grown over the last 15 years.
We're getting bigger, we're getting smarter. I think in a lot of ways we're getting better at everything that we're doing. Diversification of asset classes and across geographies.
That's the Utah Rising story, and that's the PEG Rising story.